You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
We've got it. This transmission is coming to you.
Waging war on corruption.
All right, you are go.
It's Alex Jones, coming to you live from the front lines of the InfoWar.
There's a lot of crazy stuff I didn't get to, like this headline. China may arm Hawaiian independence movement, possible overture in response to U.S. arming Taiwan. That's Bill Gertz reporting on that. The Washington Free Beacon, stories on Infowars.com. Kurt Nemo elaborates on it. I mean, stuff's just getting Twilight Zone right now. Elizabeth in California, thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Hi, Alex. I ran across some astonishing information on YouTube regarding the Ukrainian explosion, and I don't think it's received enough publicity. And what it is that about 5 hours after the explosion, if you slow down the video during Madonna's Grammy performance, there's an image of a nuclear explosion that looks like eerily like the images of the Ukrainian explosion. And I'm not saying that Americans are responsible for the explosion, but for those of us researchers who are aware of the history of occultic and ritualistic aspects of the nuclear program, it does appear that Western occultists may have been aware of this event in advance and that Madonna's performance was part of the ritual. And I also don't think it was any coincidence that Annie Lennox sang "I Put a Spell on You."
Well, I mean, that sounds crazy to a new listener, but the globalists do like to do big public rituals showing what they're going to do later, and they believe it gives them more power. They're really into it. It's ritualistic magic, lesser magic's what they call it. They do the lesser magic before the official event, and stranger things have happened, but I'll have to look into it. Thank you so much. There's no doubt every Super Bowl event I've seen for over a decade is an occultic ritual at halftime. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. The people running things are mentally ill. Mesha in Illinois, thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Hi, Alex. Thanks for taking my call. I'm calling about a report I saw from Nevada on a local news station where the Nevada DMV was saying how they were calling for a national ID to fly domestically.
Well, that's what our ID cards are, and now they're coming out with a North American Hemisphere card. Well, they already have it out, but they're saying they're going to basically do away with IDs. State IDs are already federal IDs, basically. But the TSA is just basically going to expand down and is expanding down to be basically political minders. And you'll have to go through them to get an authorization to even have an ID or to travel, period. Had to have a driver's license, anything. That'll be the federal kind of janitorial level control freak system.
I also have another comment concerning. I don't want to, change direction too quickly, but with the paranormal stuff you're kind of, mentioning earlier, how everything's so sci-fi. You introduced me to Michael Aquino, and I've read a lot of his writing on psyops. I have his book Mind War, and I was doing research on him and his satanic temple of Set, his church that he.
Yeah, what's wrong with having Army psyop commanders that are running satanic ops? I mean, he's a good guy, Christian. I mean, helpful.
Yeah. And there was, I was on his website. Unfortunately, I didn't save the photo or the drawing. But when you were reporting earlier or before about the unregistered cell phone towers and how they have the same, they put up a similar frequency to the human mind. There's a drawing with a demonic, like a demonic.
Go ahead.
Android. Excuse me.
Go ahead and finish.
All right. It was a demonic Tyrannosaurus Rex, but it was also robotic and android controlling a cell phone tower with a long serpent tongue.
Well, that's what good guys are into. He's a very helpful, loving individual. I'm being sarcastic, of course. No, I mean, it's all about ending free will. That's what all the smart meters and all this garbage is about. I read DARPA, was in an article in a Maryland paper, the Baltimore Sun, like 16, 17 years ago. I read it on air a bunch, saying, oh, yeah, we are practicing with cell towers to put out waves to calm the public. I mean, this is all going on. We're living in a twilight zone. Jim and Aaron, I'm sorry I'm out of time. Call back. I'll put you to the head of the line. God bless you all. Great job to the crew. Nightly News tonight, 7 o'clock Central, prisonplanet.tv.
The average person's life is filled with